People ask me all the time how I can stand all the people and everything else. Well, from a southern girl who went to church no less than 9 times a week and who never had a drink in her life because they didn't allow that in Baptist families, an only child, and I am in the midst of this. I don't need to tell you how I tolerate. The rest of the world is like a piece of cake after my family. And I want to introduce you to all of my kids, and I'm divorcing John tomorrow. So I need a raise at the chamber, George. The problem with answering everything is that when everybody says everything the truth about you, how can you argue with that? We do give a lot of parties, and when the people who are involved in this are the people who come over and do the entertainment for our parties, and I knew I was in trouble. I mean, I knew I was in trouble. Dick's sitting back there. We've been to the parties saying, yes, yes. Anna Belzer has a mind that never stops. Never stops. And I know how much work all of you, and Anna, and Jerry, and Marilyn, and Doris, and Donna, and I know that I should have had a list, because I know I am missing some people, but an enormous amount of work was done on this, and I appreciate it, and the reason we eat out all along, I am a good chamber director. I believe in passing our services around. Stay and visit everybody, and I do appreciate it, and I love you all. Thank you.
As many of you know, Joyce Rogers gave birth to 5 strapping sons and 1 Chamber of Commerce. As the last child, the Chamber has always been Joyce's favorite. Some 30 years ago, Joyce took over a small organization in a very small rented office, accepted a very small paycheck. We had a few members and a limited budget. At this time, we have over 1,200 members, $600,000 a year budget, and we're thinking about raising her pay, but I don't know. And I think as you go through memory lane here with some photos of Joyce and her pals, you'll perhaps have some of the same memories. Some of the things that people said that I could repeat dealt with Joyce's never-ending support of people and the chamber. And one of the comments that I really appreciated hearing was Joyce would give you an idea, she'd give you support, she'd guide you along the way, and then when it all worked and everything was fantastic and you were successful, she would give you all the credit. And I thought that was a great thing that typified I've heard stories about Joyce traveling down to Ann Arbor at odd hours of the morning at a moment's notice to visit chamber members who had taken ill and were in the hospital. So a very unusual thing for a chamber person to do. I heard stories that Joyce would take important phone calls, business phone calls, 4 o'clock in the morning, because she needed to answer the phone and handle what that emergency was. She then, I heard, hung up the phone in a glass of water, which is a whole other story that you'll have to ask her about. Before the budget allowed for chamber staff, the staff were Joyce's sons. Jim and Mike and Bill and Chuck and Bob all would come out to the office and do the mailings and take care of deliveries and take care of Joyce. And that brings us into the whole point that the Brighton Chamber is family to Joyce. We're all a part of her extended family. What I heard over and over is Joyce would always be there for you, as any good mother would. So now the Chamber and the Brighton area and Joyce all have come to a point where we need to give Mom a break and give Mom some credit. Regarding the break we can give her, the Board of Directors has asked Joyce to limit her time to business promotion and intergovernmental lobbying efforts. This is a fancy phrase commonly referred to as schmoozing with the big guys. With the this change, Joyce is going to have a new title. It's called Executive Director Emeritus. The board, in an effort to acknowledge this great contribution over 30 years and all of the things she's done for the greater Brighton business community, has committed to dedicating the current chamber office building in Joyce's honor. Believe it or not, that's the last slide, so I'm really proud of myself. Greg, can you turn the lights up, please? I am very pleased to announce that the building housing the chamber offices has been renamed the Joyce A. Rogers Business Center.